Welcome everyone back to the pre-final and final this afternoon. It's going to be very exciting to watch as the drivers are getting ready for the pre-final session currently. Thanks for joining us in. If you're new to karting, we have the heats and pre-final and final format. So basically the pre-final has 9 laps to race it out on the track, as well as the final having 14 laps. So we'll see you later for the pre-grid. As we have a red flag currently right now for the pre-final, it's not shown on camera, but we'll have them restarted and ready for the new race.
Alright, we're now back for the restart of the Iame AMS KRP Championship Round 4 pre-finals, as we had a pretty bad incident involving most of the karters in that field at our last attempt. So this will be a restart to try and get things in order, get things in the right shape.
Here we go for the pre-final start lineup. It's Juan Lucas on pole alongside Luke Morales. Then on row 2 we see Marcus Acambra and AJ Amit. On row 3 sees Pierre Abdiwan and Clay NG. On row 4 they see Rain Alhado and Axel Nocom. On row 5 for the final row it's Yan Seguanta and Lucas Cauto for the Paralin.
This could go anywhere. This could go, this could go different. Let's see what will happen. There we go. We gotta push it. Got a little bit of pushing from Marcus Acambra to try and get away from the rest of the field, as Marcus Acambra tries to go around the outside but gets denied, gets pushed out wide. Wow, Juan Lucas Pulombart is really defending pretty well here, not letting anyone take his position, as Adri Amet is trying his best here to attack Juan Lucas Pulombart, but not really successful at the moment. Okay, Juan Lucas Pulombart has to try and defend it even harder. Now Pierre D1 is setting his sights on him. Pierre D1, one of our good drivers, but incredibly unlucky at some points. There we go. Gets pushed out wide. Pierre D1 takes it in, but he's giving back the place. Oh, he's not giving it back. Oh no, this is really connection issues here. I like how Pierre D1 gave it back. That was really respectful of him to give it back. So now I think he's just gonna try to do it once again. Pierre D1 has to make good decisions here in order to actually win. Adrian Amit is telling Pierre D1 to push. He doesn't want to get stuck behind while defending, so yeah, they have to try and work together here to get away from the mid pack here, because the mid pack are filled with aggressive drivers. Axel Nocom is getting close now to Adrian Amit. I think Axel might try to do a late move here and try to take the position away, the third place position away. Oh! Pure D1 crashes out. Oh no! Unfortunate for Pure D1 as he spins out. Oh no! Big incident there. Pure D1 crashes out. Let's do a little bit of a replay. Gets in contact with the wall, unfortunately, but yeah, that's just how it is. Sometimes you try to fight and risk it on the walls, you might clip it, and that's just what happened to Pure D1 there. A little bit of risk, as we all know. Pure D1 is a really good driver, but just incredibly unlucky at sometimes, you know. So we're gonna have to see between these three karters what's gonna happen. We have 139 Marcus Acambra in a bad position here. Luke Morales also in a bad position. There may be a big incident that involved them together, and that's the reason why they're so far behind the top three. So we always see them up the front. But now Axel Nocom is now setting his sights up to Adri Amit and is now dive bombing Adri Amit. Gives the space. Adri respects that and gives it to Axel. But now they have to work together to try and catch back up to one Lucas Pulimbarat. I think Adri doesn't really want to fight us out. He's playing the long game. As we saw there, he didn't really defend as much. I think his plan is to just stick behind, use Axel Nocom's slipstream, try and preserve his tires. You know, as these tires overheat, they lose a little bit of grip. So if you're just behind, if you're just behind the cart, you can just relax a little bit, you know, not take the corners as hard as them, because you have the slipstream advantage to pull you back into the straights anyways, right? So that's probably what he's thinking. 151, one Lucas Pulimbarat struggling a lot. As we see there, being in the lead is not really the best thing all the time. As Axel Nocom is trying for a late move there, trying to pressure Juan Lucas into a mistake, but it's not happening. Almost crashes out, almost hitting Juan Lucas there. But yeah, there we go. Axel around the outside gets a move done, but switches over. Another switch back from him. Oh no! Adri Amit makes contact with one Lucas Pulimbarat. Really unfortunate, but now Axel Nocom has the lead. Oh no, Adri Amit just coming in too close to Axel Nocom. That is a really sad moment there for these karters, as that's a big penalty that will be given to him. But now we're back in action. I think we have a little bit of fighting going on here. Juan Lucas Pulimbarat unfortunately was leading the race, but just got crashed out by Adri Amit. So now I think he's gonna try to catch back up and get a good position for the start of the finals. So we see a little bit of fighting here also from I think this will be Marcus Acambra and Luke Morales. I don't think they're fighting. They could be working together to try and catch up to Axel Nocom, or at least get into the top 3, because I think it's really possible if they work together. As you know, being alone in this track when you're driving karts is not really the fastest way to go around. It's with a teammate, because you can push each other, you can work together to achieve a specific goal of catching up to everybody. But now Pure D1 is back in P3. Fortunately for him, Adri Amit and one Lucas Pulimbarat got into a next incident, and that's now pushed him up the grid order. So props to him for keeping it nice and safe. But now Marcus Acambra is getting really close to him, and I don't think Marcus Acambra is really satisfied with this position. So I think he's gonna try to overtake as soon as he can get into the biting zone, the attack zone, the attack range of Pure D1 here. And as we can see there, we have a little bit of slipstream going. So now we are on this fight. So 139 has now caught up to 172. Marcus Acambra might make a move, I'm assuming, in the late apex. Okay, he's giving way. I think Pure D1 doesn't really want to attack them, doesn't really want to fight with them. I think this is all about staying in the battle. But now I think there's been a little bit of trouble there between him and Luke Morales, as now they lost the slipstream to Marcus Lacombe, and that's a bad thing to happen because you always want to have the slipstream here. If you're too far, you won't get anything. And now that leaves Marcus Lacombe alone. This will be hard for them to catch up now to Axel Nocom in the lead. Axel Nocom is now checked out. Just a matter of time before the flag shows up. 172. Well, Lucas Plumbarret is back in the race for some reason. Wow, how did he get that fast back in the race? I think he has the pace actually to try and win this. But yeah, that contact from Adrian Amit just really hurt him. So Adrian Amit might get a 2 position down penalty for that. That's the final lap. So 118. Axel Nocom is leading this race. We're gonna see in a couple more seconds if he can keep it on the track, and this is his victory lap for the pre-final. I think he has no penalties. I think he was clean. No contacts were made by him, so I think it's safe to say that he might actually win this one. We're just gonna have to wait and see. There we go, coming into the chicanes in the middle sector, and it's now heading into the back straight of this circuit, this long back straight. There we go, using all the track. I think that will be him that wins this race, as he now gets closer and closer. And there we go, he sees now the checkered flag, and that's it for him. Axel Nocom wins this race, the pre-final of this race, and that's gonna be 167, I think. Adrian Amit in P2, and then that would be Marcus Lacombe in P3 for the pre-final top 3. Congratulations to everyone.
What a way to end the pre-final right there. We'll have the interviews shortly on, but we'll talk you through the highlights. Axel Nocom a +7 gain to take that P1, and Marcus Lacombe finishing in P3 provisionally, as well as Adrian Amit in P2. So we'll head to the interviews with Russell Reyes.
Alright, so that's it for the pre-finals. Marcus Lacombe finishing in 3rd. How does it feel?
I mean, it was a tough race. I got hit out in the early stages, so I just had to climb back up.
Oh, okay. Did you have a target lap time or rhythm you were trying to hold?
Just as long as I'm catching up to the guy ahead, I'm happy with that.
Was there a move you're particularly proud of?
I think that was a hard question because to be honest, I can't remember any of my overtakes. I just know that I got past them one way or another.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of yeah. I think there was a lot of opponents anyway, right? So,
Yes.
yeah, what's your plan heading into the finals? I mean, you got the P3, right? But of course, that's not enough. Knowing you, you have high standards. So, what's the plan?
I think Axel is my main rival here, so just finish in front of him and hopefully that's the championship.
Oh, are you gonna try something really sketchy with Axel Nocom?
I don't know, maybe park it in the last turn like he did in the heat last time.
All right, all right. Well, we're gonna be excited to see that, eh? Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
Okay, next up on the list of our top 3 is Adre Amit getting 2nd place. So Adre, can you talk us through what happened during that pre-finals race?
I don't really remember much about it, but all I can say is that I'm pretty grateful that I was fast and lucky at the same time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just trying my best, like not to like shout in the mic. So yeah, so I just became like very in like a very calm mood, and then like yeah, I just got my P3.
All right, all right. So, well, provisionally you're P2. We're gonna see if you'll you might get a penalty or what, but we will see, right? But after that, I mean, do you think that being calm is also a good thing in racing, or do you have to be always like on the edge?
I think in the I think being calm should be is good because like you're like more relaxed and like you don't like push yourself even more where you're like basically defending your own self. So yeah, I'd say that being calm is much better and yeah.
All right, thank you for your answer. What's your plan for the finals?
My plan for the finals is actually like to be like just on the start just fly off from the start and then just go some more and like hope no one catches up to me.
All right, we'll be praying for your victory. So, yeah, good luck and thank you for having us interview you.
Thank you, Russell.
Okay, so for our winner in this pre-finals grid, we have Axel Nocom. Congratulations. So, Axel, can you tell us what happened in the race?
So in the race, I started in grid 8, so I had to work my way up. And after the red flag in the start, it was pandemonium. But when we restarted the entire race, I got a good start off the line, P4 immediately by turn 4. And then I worked my way up to until P1. So yeah, really happy to take the win, and I pulled like a 3-second gap in the end. So yeah, it was really great to take a win for Kart Republic.
Did you think that your awareness helped you get that position, like from P8 to P4 in just the first lap?
Yeah, it took reaction time and awareness at the same time. For the reaction time, it was in the lights out because I had to get the best start possible. And for the awareness, I had to be careful because everyone was going left and right and center. So yeah, I had to work my way up carefully.
All right. So, can you tell us what's your plan for the finals? Because you know it's coming, and I know everyone's excited to see this. This might be the last round of the Iame championship. So we're happy to see it just happen. So, what's your plan?
Yeah, I mean it is actually the finale round. Full focus for the final. If I take maximum points for the final and for the pre-final, since I won the pre's, I think in the final, if I get a win, it would be down to the wire between me and Marcus, as well as Luke. He's in contention as well. But yeah, it's full focus in the final, and I hope to take the win for Kart Republic.
All right. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you. Well then, a fantastic interview for all of our drivers right there. The top three, especially Marcus Acambra, Adrian Amit, and Axel Nocom in that top three, the pre-final. Good points for them. But later they will have a fight on in that final. The gloves are off, and we'll see who will take the championship win as well as the race win in the final, because that one is important as well. So we'll see you later for the final. We'll take a short break, and we'll see you on the main grid.
Alright, we're back for the finals of the Iame AMS Round 4 Championship. Now, this will be it. This is the ultimate conclusion of everybody's talents here, everybody's hard work, to try and actually win this race. So now, It will come to whoever's has the most preparation, has the most luck, has the most skill. As we have here Axel Nocom leading us for the formation lap, and Marcus Acambra there on the side on the P2.
Here we go, it's the finals time. Axel Nocom on pole, who's had drama on track, stopped on turn number 3. I'm not sure for what reason, but we'll continue through the start order. It's Marcus Acambra on the anti-pole side on row 2. It's Iame and Juan Lucas. Then it's Luke Morales and Clay NG for row 3. On row 4, it's Pierre Abdiwan and Rain Alejado. On the final row, it's Lucas Couto and Yan Saguanta for the energy.
Here we go, guys. We see him on the map there. Formation lap, indeed. So, yeah, I'm really happy to see it conclude. After all the hardships these guys have endured, you know, all the warm-ups, all the practices, all the late nighters, it has now come to this point where it all matters. This is where it matters, you know, the last race, the finals. This is the finals, guys. So this will be crazy. I think everyone will really show themselves really hard here. Let's see now. Axel Nocom coming into the final corner soon enough as to try and start this race. I think it's really important that he gets a really nice jump on everybody. Lights are about to go out, so everyone's really on it. Hans Aguanta at the back there, gonna try and see what he can do also. As there we go, it's green flag, and away we go for the finals of the Iame MSKRP Championship Round 4 here in Dubai Kartdrome. Let's go, turn 1, Axel Nocom gets a good line there, defending, but Adrian Amit goes for a late dive bomb and makes it work. Now he's gonna try, Axel Nocom is gonna try to work it out with Adrian Amit here, not to do too many fighting and battling here. But as we see there, Luke Morales is now back in the show here after having a pretty messy heat races and pre-final. He's now back in top 3. Really happy for him to see him back in the grid. There we go, more fighting. Wow, just tapped him a little bit. Luke Morales tapped Axel Nocom just a bit there to just unsettle him, get a nice position, but Axel Nocom is also trying to attack around the outside. It's not gonna work. Luke Morales now into P2, overtakes Axel, and there we go, another one from Juan Lucas Pulumbarit. Oh no! Adrian Amit spins out of the race. That's really bad. This is the finals, boys. You really gotta be careful. Axel Nocom now leading the race, defending from Luke Morales as Marcus Acambra is back on it again. Marcus Acambra gets a nice exit and gets alongside Luke Morales, but Juan Lucas Pulumbarit still trying to find a way around. Juan Lucas Pulumbarit. There we go. Very opportunistic dive bomb, but Marcus Acambra gets the better exit there because of that dive bomb caused by our boy Juan Lucas Pulumbarit. So Marcus Acambra in a good position. Unfortunately for Luke Morales, didn't get a nice run there to try and keep it up, but Lucas Coutu trying to keep up again, trying to get back in the race. Okay, Luke Morales, let's see what he has in store here. Let's go on the onboard. As you guys can see, it's really messy down there. Everyone's using all the cores here. Just trying to rotate the cart as much as he can. There we go, pushing one. Lucas Probites. Oh my god. Axel Nocom nearly crashes out there. Let's go TV replay. I think they had a big contact. Marcus Acambra down the straightaway. Just loosens him up there, but he can't do it too much. As this is a fair race, we can't be having any big contacts here. We gotta try to take this a little bit more careful. Okay, there we go. Luke Morales just staying behind, just waiting for that moment to pounce. I think he's playing it really smart here. Let's go, Juan Lucas Pulumbarit. Oh, Marcus Acambra goes for a dive bomb there. Almost takes out Lucas there, but now Lucas is back on it again. Oh no! Almost gets taken out by Axel Nocom, but Axel Nocom manages to keep it on the track. Too much contact there for the boys. You gotta be a little bit careful. Okay, Marcus Acambra now in the lead, still in the lead, but Luke Morales is not gonna give this up. This is the final race, so there we go. Luke Morales, we see him dive bomb. Marcus Acambra responds. There we go. Switch back from Marcus Acambra, but not enough to try and overtake it back. So now he has to give way to Marcus Acambra. Sorry, to Luke Morales. Now, let's see. Oh, Luke Morales a little bit wide there, too wide, opening the door. Let's go to the camera of Axel Nocum to see what's going on in the front here. Let's go to the helmet camera, the helmet 2. As you guys can see, it's really messy down there. This is a pure fight for the lead. Juan Lucas Pullen-Barrett playing it really safe. We're still in this race. There we go. Axel Nocum trying to get a good exit here, using all the course to his advantage. We now head into the first corner. There we go, nice and smooth, full throttle, but you go into this hard braking. It's really similar to Carmona, our Philippine track. So I think it's a nice practice for the boys. There we go, Marcus Acambra defending from Lucas Pullen-Barrett. But now, in all that mix, Luke Morales manages to still keep the position. So this is really intense. There we go. We're still all safe. Marcus Acambra on the side of Luke Morales opens the door for Marcus Acambra. Luke Morales concedes P2. Oh my God! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Almost crashes out there. Marcus Acambra gets a big gap. Now he has to try and get away as much as he can. Iame trying to catch up to the leading pack, as we have Axel Nocum now trying to go for a little switch. Oh, big dive bomb there. Axel Nocum makes a bit of contact, but still lets him through. Juan Lucas Pullen-Barrett. Now this is some really aggressive driving from everyone involved, as Juan Lucas Pullen-Barrett, they're using all the course, all the track to try and get as much pace as possible. As now this is really bad for Luke Morales, as he needs that bump draft from behind to try and catch back up to Marcus Acambra, as we're closing in on the final few laps. So we gotta be careful here. These guys have to work together if they want to catch up to Marcus Acambra. As we head into the final chicanes, there we go, using all the track there, not leaving an inch of track, not wasted. They're really pushing. Oh my God, that's a 10.9 for Axel Nocum. Fast lap there, but you know, Marcus Acambra still within range, so he's not really safe at the moment. He has to try and find a way to get away, and it's not really easy for these kids to just get away like that. You gotta be really quick, and I don't think Marcus Acambra just has that little bit of edge, because Luke Morales is slowly closing the gap, using all the curbs there again. Really aggressive with the curb riding, these guys. Axel Nocum now within slipstream range. Unfortunately, I don't see 155 anymore. I think, sorry, 151. I think he has crashed out. Yeah, Juan Lucas has crashed out. Probably spun out. So really unfortunate. But now Luke Morales back at it again, ducking, using just making his body a little smaller to just get a little bit more less. Here we go, using all the track. Oh, gets a little bit dicey there. Luke Morales losing the grip. Now he can't do many of that mistake, as he needs to try and get closer to Marcus Acambra in order to win this championship. So Marcus Acambra still keeping that kart nice and flowy. As we heard yesterday, he said he was one with the kart. So I think this is really working out for him, as the karts in the front of him are not really getting, at the back of him are not really closing in as fast as they would like. But yeah, the slipstream is really affecting it now. There we go, Marcus Acambra. You can notice the karts of Marcus Acambra is not really that bouncy. I think the way he drives is he tries to straighten the exits of the corners, as Axel Nocum gets a 100.6. I think that might be one of these fastest laps in the circuit. That's such a fast lap. There we go. Closing in again. Axel Nocom waiting for the moment to pounce. As Luke Morales is now fully caught up to Marcus Lacambra. As I said, guys, it's not really easy to just get away like that. As we can see, oh my god, they're gonna try to attack each other, I bet, soon enough. So now Marcus Lacambra just waiting for the moment of a dive bomb from Luke Morales here. I think he has to defend really hard here in order to keep his position. But yeah, Luke Morales slightly better line there, using all the entry curbs, using all the curbs on the exits as well. There we go. No one cares about the track limits here. Alright, here we go. Luke Morales goes for a nice slick move there. Doesn't really dive bomb, but yeah, just gets the job done. I think he just turned in a little bit later. Oh, making contact there. Gotta be careful with that. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah, you guys are challenging each other here. You gotta be a little bit careful. There we go. Blue flag for Juan Seguanta. Thank you for letting us through. That's a good kid. Okay, now Axel Nocom is in the race. He's still trying to dive bomb Marcus Lacambra. Now Axel Nocom takes the lead and is now defending away from Marcus Lacambra. This is a really opportunistic move there. I think Marcus Lacambra just opened the door slightly a bit too wide there. Now Axel Nocom is now defending this. There we go. These guys are trying it out. Okay, Axel Nocom is gonna get a bad line here, as he was a little bit too shallow on that entry. But now Marcus Lacambra gets alongside. This is gonna be dangerous. Oh no! Marcus Lacambra spins out. Axel Nocom is stuck. That's it for his race. Oh no, Marcus Lacambra has crashed out of the race. Really unfortunate. But that's it. I think Axel Nocom might have a bad points haul for this one. Marcus Lacambra just getting a bit too close and just closing the door. I don't know. We will see with the replay soon enough. But yeah, the fight continues between these two guys. Luke Morales now has a good chance to win this, as Marcus Lacambra spun out Axel there. So we'll see what happens soon. There we go. That's a pretty unfortunate event. We had the good event there. We had the good race, but now it has come to this. I think we're nearing the final few laps, so it could be anyone's game here. As if these guys also make a mistake, you know, they can spin out, and you know, Iame is just right there, just waiting for something to happen, you know. So yeah, it's all about just keeping calm. Clay Nang in P4 also doing pretty well here, but really unfortunate for Axel Nocom to lose out there. That's really sad. And now we have Marcus Lacambra defending from Luke Morales. There we go, Luke Morales. Oh, Luke Morales is now trying to calm it down. I think he's just I think he knows that Marcus Lacambra will probably get a penalty, and that's why he's not really forcing anything here. He's just trying to play it smart and calm, as he has a big chance to actually win this race, this title. So we will see. And there we go, Marcus Lacambra around that long left-hander double apex. Let's go on board, see what they're looking at, or what they look like. There we go. That's the throttle pedal, as we see there. They don't really brake in these corners, they just lift slightly and then get back on the power immediately. So pretty crazy technique from these karters to actually trust the kart like that. There we go. Luke Morales gets a better exit. And that will be the final lap. So this will be it. They're gonna have to try and work this out together. And I think that's a really, really hectic race. I don't think Luke Morales has to fight this out, but we would like to see a show of these guys fighting it out. So go ahead and fight it out. There we go. More side by side contact from Luke Morales, and he's now taking P1. What a great move! There we go. A little bit defensive there. Now he's just gonna try to close the door, park it on the apex, not let Marcus Cambra through. There you go. Marcus Cambra using all the curbs there just to get a good exit. But now this will be it. This is the last sector. Oh, opens the door. Marcus Cambra. What a great move there. Oh no, Luke Morales left that door open, but we all know that he's gonna get a penalty. So that's it. P1, P2. Marcus Cambra gets P1 provisional, P2 for Luke Morales, and then P3 for Iame.
Well, Marcus Acambra snatching that win on the final sector of the course right there, taking the final win. But not only that, but the championship win as well. He is the 2026 Iame AMS International Series winner right there. Lacambra, what a season it's been for him, taking that away from Nocom and Luke Morales respectively. But Marcus Acambra, a +1 gain to take that final win ahead of Luke Morales and Adrian Amit, who rounds up that podium. Clay NG there in 4th, a good result for him, and Axel Nocom tumbles down the order. Although Nocom still secures vice champion just ahead of Luke Morales, the bronze runner-up finisher in the championship. But Marcus Acambra, though, what a season for him, finishing on the top step of the series. We'll now head to Park Ferme then with Russell Reyes for the interviews of the drivers who finished in the podium, as well as the championship winner right there, Marcus Acambra, taking the victory.
That's it for the finals of the Iame KRP Championship Round 4, Day 2. So we have here Adrian Amit in P3. After all that jazz, after all that messy, racing, that messy start, all those incidents, you managed to get P3. So how do you feel?
I feel very proud of myself to go nearly from last to third, and I'm pretty grateful that I have the skill and also I had the luck on my side, so I could go get P3.
Do you think that tell us about going through the field, because if you're starting at the back, I don't think that's gonna be that easy, right? Um, did you have any like secret technique that you used for this finals?
Uh, Probably yes. Like when all I just did was just believed in myself and just prayed and just moved it through the field calmly.
So I think I can take that you're a more of an emotional driver. Would you say that you're an emotional driver, and you don't really look at science? It's all about feeling. It's all about the mood.
Not really, to be fair. Like
Mm.
sometimes you do have to be calm, but also you gotta have the skills at the same time.
All right, all right. So, uh, will you be joining the next few championship and series of Axel Nocom's AMS championships?
Oh yes, of course, it's pretty fun. Axel Knockom's AMS races, they're pretty fun.
All right, thank you, thank you. Okay, and then we move on to our second placer in the finals. We have Luke Morales. Uh, that was a pretty intense race. We had that incident in the in the start finish straight there. I think Luke Morales had a bit of contact there with Marcus Acambra, and then getting involved is Axel Nocom. How do you feel about this, Luke Morales, about that incident?
Yeah, so I gave Marcus a little bit of a tap from behind. So his cart kind of glitched into Axel's, where it spins out the cart in front with no way of saving it. So it was just really unlucky for Axel.
Oh yeah, but we'll never know what the steward's decisions are. But yeah, up to that point, I mean, it was a pretty intense race of back and forth switching and overtaking. But we saw that you're more of staying behind and just waiting for something to happen, and you're also giving way to Marcus and Axel to just do their business. Was that your main plan? Were you just waiting for something to pop and, take the advantage?
Yeah, my main plan was to just wait for the big opportunity because I know they'll be fighting like crazy for the championship. So I was just waiting for the perfect opportunity to overtake both of them once they made a mistake.
All right. Well, we'll see with the stewards what their decision's gonna be. But yeah, are you gonna join more of AMS karting championship races?
Yeah, I'll be joining more. It's a really fun series. So yeah, I will be joining a lot more.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we move on to our race winner, Marcus Lacambra. So congratulations on winning the AMS KRP Iame Championship Round 4, Day 2. So how does it feel after all those messy racing? Oh my god, it was pretty intense watching from the live view. Can you tell us about what was your plan, with that, also with that incident involving Axel? What was going on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it was really fun dicing with Luke and Axel. The fight between us, we managed a gap at the start and then we just kept fighting the whole way through. And about that incident with Axel, I don't know. I guess some of it's lag, some of it's netcode. Because Luke was just trying to like push one of us to get ahead of each other. Obviously, couldn't do anything there. But I, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because I won it, but we lost one of the main drivers who was also fighting for that win. So kind of feels one-sided to me again.
Oh, it's similar to yesterday's after your opponent got a penalty and you got the win because of that, right?
Yeah, basically like that again.
Yeah, but so I mean, before all that, I think we also we saw once it all happened, the incident with Axel and Luke. You kind of slowed down. Were you like afraid of the stewards to that they will give you a big penalty or something?
I was thinking if Axel hadn't fallen too far behind, we slowed down and get the fight back up again. But I realized when I saw Adre in P3, I was like, he can't do it anymore.
Oh yeah, I think Luke Morales was also waiting for that for Axel Nocum to catch back up to continue the fight. It was a shame. It was a great fight until that happened. But can you tell us until that happened? How was it?
My heart feels like I was at 200 BPM. It was genuinely the most fun I've had in a sim.
All right. So, well, yeah. Congratulations on winning this finals and also the final round of the Iame AMS Karting Championship. And we will see you. Will we see you again in the next few races and next few series?
Yeah, of course, you can expect me to be joining all of the rounds, or at least all the rounds I can attend with AMS.
All right. Thank you. But after that, let's have a quick special message from Axel Nocom for hosting this Ayame AMS KRP Championship. Axel Nocom, do you have any special message to everyone?
Yeah, thank you to all who participated this season after all the 4 rounds we've had. Big congratulations to Marcus Acambra, especially after fighting with him all throughout the season. So big congrats to him. And yeah, I want to thank everyone who appreciated my series as we've done 1 year of hard work to get this league running. Yeah, so very happy to all of the people who entered.
That's it for the Race 2 broadcast. Thank you to all who joined the live stream right here at the Dubai Kartdrome Round 4 of the Iame AMS International Series. A fantastic way to sum up the season. The 2026 year has been fantastic all throughout. Marcus Acambra getting that championship win, and we'll look at the championship standings currently. There we have it on our screen. Marcus Acambra is the 2026 International Series champion for the Barrel Art Motorsport. I'm sure his teammates will be very proud of that with a total of 289 points. 34 points just ahead of Axel Nocom. And Nocom, speaking of him, finishing it on the vice champion for Kart Republic, 255 championship points, just ahead of Luke Morales, who rounds the top three, 9 points just behind Axel Nocom there, for the privateer. Really close in the standings. I think the final played out a lot as well as the pre-final, but Adri Amit there in fourth, and Pierre Abidouan, a nice run to get him top 5 in the championship. Juan Lucas there in 6 with 130 points, ahead of Mateo Javier, Veer Chopra, Clay and G, and Jensen Hammond, who rounds up your top 10. Now let's head to the International Series team standings for 2026. Kart Republic is on top. They are the 2026 Constructors Champion with a total whopping 450 championship points, ahead of Tony Kart with 256, as well as Beryl Art Motorsport, third on the rostrum, their first appearance in the final round. I can't wait to see them race in the Rotax Championship we'll have upcoming this year. But Paralyn team is in fourth place with 129, Victory Lane Official with 124, and Excel Motorsports with 15 championship points. That rounds up everything, and the championship, it comes to a conclusion right here. We'll see you then for the Iame Italy Cup final round next week on the Adria International Raceway.